we're going on a Disneyland ride.
So our favorite moments when we're visiting a family are always the laid back moments when you're lounging around in your pajamas, cleaning up after a meal, just chatting away. The kids are running around playing. It's very happy. So we're starting off this morning, just headed to a park to play. Hey, Daddy.
Janae always wants to go high.
She came running for this swing. Swing, swing, swing. She wants to go higher.
He loves it.
He's coming.
No, he loves it.
Whoa. Have you been it yet?
No.
Maybe I'll have to play just to get you in.
No.
Are you Super Nene?
So Janae's running around the park saying, Super Nene, Super Nene. Janae's getting brave and doing this big tunnel slide. Whee!
So why are you tucking in your shorts today?
The thing that tightens it broke.
So they're a little too big?
Yeah.
To try to keep them from falling down while you're running?
Yeah.
Okay, get out and run around without falling. There you go.
Catch me!
The grass was still wet with dew and it was cold and slippery under my bare feet. So my awesome cousin is watching Janae during her nap time and we are driving to go see the St. Louis Arch. On the drive, we're reading our new family read aloud. It's called Owls in the Family. We're a few chapters in.
I see it.
Do you see it? We just got our first glance of the arch.
So we have tickets at 2 to see the movie, and then we have tickets after that to go up the arch. We're trying to make it on time. Run, run. Exit only, so we're going around. The entrance is over this way.
We found it. It says entrance.
All right, I think we made it. We made it. It's exactly 2 o'clock.
By the skin of our chin. Is that what it is? The hair of our skinny chin.
Skin of our teeth.
We barely made it.
Well, the film was worth running for to get there on time. They actually had incredible footage of the building of the arch because it happened in the early 60s. It was just amazing to see the architecture and the design and the effort they went through to try to make such a unique structure.
As we were watching the video and learning about the construction of the arch, it's just amazing to think about how much more complicated this whole process was. It also reminded me of learning about the Golden Gate Bridge and how they constructed that. I'm just most amazed that none of the workers were hurt during
The construction.
process. Yeah.
My hands and feet were all sweaty during the video because of how high up they were, and I was feeling like nervous for them.
I was feeling nervous. What do you think? Would you want that job?
Yeah. I
Think
feel like
so?
I saw how tiny the rails were. And I'm like, don't fall off, please.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So as we're wandering around through this busy place, I keep looking around for Janae, wondering where she's running around. And she's home taking a nap. Our family is incomplete without her. This art piece is showing how high the arch is compared to other things in the United States. So Mount Rushmore and the Washington Monument are shorter than the Gateway Arch.
So the arch is 630 feet tall.
You guys ready to go up?
Yeah. That was the end before 1803. And in 1803, there was the Louisiana Purchase that extended the United States. And so St. Louis is located right here, and it had a nickname called the Gateway to the West. And this is where people would come and get their supplies to be pioneers and go on a super long trek and to go move out west. That's why they made an arch as the monument. So it says right here that St. Louis was founded in 1764. So that's even before the American Revolution.
I kind of feel like we're going on a Disneyland ride. We're in the pod. So the person who designed this ride to get to the top of the arch did it in 2 weeks. It's a combination of an escalator, elevator, and Ferris wheel idea.
Hey, there are stairs. Why are there stairs? So then if there's an emergency?
Yeah, probably too. Unfortunately, only 5 people can fit in a pod, so we had to split up.
Why is it stopping?
Maybe we're about ready to get out. Maybe this is the door. There it is. So a super famous court case happened in that courthouse just across the street called Dred Scott. It was a case about slavery.
It isn't as scary as I thought.
You don't feel so scared? Good.
Can you imagine building this? Being up here is crazy to think about building it.
Scary.
They've made it very comfortable.
I'm grateful for air conditioning.
Yeah.
People are like ants.
Yeah, they look small down there, huh?
Even the cars do.
Do you guys see the pool on the top of the building over there?
So Laura was just a little nervous because she felt like we might be swaying up here, which is probably true. Alright, we're heading down. Looks like we're going down faster than we go up. So one of the things I love about this is that they had a competition to see which design they should go with. It's just like a very American idea, you know, and then they picked the best one and then built it.
Yeah, that was so fun.
That was awesome.
It's incredible.
So this is the riverfront era.
So instead of the arch, this was the second place option. They've made video replicas of the different submissions that people gave.
Yes, this one way, this one way.
Hands down. It's interesting looking back on history because the Gateway Arch feels like the obvious winner, but also the construction challenge of it would have been so overwhelming.
So we were sitting in.
This is how the tram works. You can see them shifting. Look at how the pods are inside of this outer cage that makes it stay stable.
So what's funny is we're too close to the arch to be able to like fully capture it because it's so big.
1, 2, 3. You can see all the different triangle sections all the way up. We really missed Janae, and it felt especially weird to take family pictures there without her, but it was also really, really nice to have her being babysat by my cousin because that's not a really toddler-friendly place as much as, you know, the park was this morning, and it's her nap time. So putting those two things together was definitely the right decision for today. It's so interesting being here in St. Louis because I love it so much. Every road we're going on, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I love this place. But I think I feel that way about everywhere I go, or at least most everywhere I go. I think I just really love places. Is that a thing?
We got babysitters. We're doing a date night.
So we came out to dinner on our date night and we each just ordered a meal, but apparently we have enough food for like 17 humans. Look at this all. And it keeps going. More food.
No, our children aren't with us. This is just for us four.
Looks like I know what we'll be eating for the next forever.
It is. Well, we're back from date night and we're trying to pack up all of our stuff because we're going to be going back home to Kansas City early in the morning.
Good night. Treehouse out.
See his big nose?
It's not a dinosaur, that one's called an anteater.
Caleb's in heaven.